Hello everyone and welcome back to VoidSpace Alpha, and specifically welcome back to New Salopia. Look at those lovely Salopian Shropshire hills that we have and the beautiful farmland that it is famous for. So yeah, look, thank you very much for coming back and joining me on the continuation of this playthrough. We do have a bit of a situation with garbage. We are struggling to get some of it out of our city. Although most of the traffic has subsided. Okay, we've just unlocked the Epicurean Garden, luxurious living spaces and a high-end restaurant made for those who appreciate life for its pleasures. That is great. But yeah, a little bit of a garbage issue. But before we get into that and what we're going to achieve today, I want to say a big thank you to the 37,000, I think it's getting quite close to 38,000 people that have subscribed so far. If you are not one of those people, might I suggest, if you are enjoying this content, hitting the subscribe button, because it goes a long way to incentivizing me to keep doing this YouTube stuff, which I'm probably going to keep doing anyway, if I'm completely honest with you. But you know what? It just makes me feel good. I'm going to be really upfront and honest with you there. Look, we've got a little bit of medium density residential demand. We've got some commercial, some industrial, and some office space. We know that these two plateaus are going to be the main city hub. Maybe even these 4 plateaus will be the main city hub. I don't know yet. And this will be kind of like the outskirts of the city. Yeah, maybe, because in my mind's eye, right, so if this was like a provincial sort of English town, the main centre for trade would have been ideally one of 2 places. It would have been somewhere high up, and it would have been somewhere with river access. Now, these 2 plateaus are high up, and they have river access, and we also have a nice little castle ruins here as well, which, yeah, apparently I can move, apparently, but yeah, that feeds into the aesthetic there. I kind of want to make that into a bit of a park. Maybe we'll smooth out some of the ground around here, but we will keep that raised section. We do need to fix our garbage issue. Oh, there's a fire and a car crash down here. That's a problem. Let's zoom in and have a look and see what's going on here. The frame rate really does suffer when you zoom in, and I can only oh, that is quite bad. I can only promise that that I am not running this game on a potato. Anyways, we've got some medium density residential. So let's fill that in, I think. Let's get these guys blocking out our actual city, which would be nice. Yeah, and then let's do the commercial as well. Commercial-wise, you know, it kind of makes sense to be by the car parks. That does check out mentally. I don't like the idea of putting commercial that close to that roundabout. But, you know, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Maybe just a little bit of commercial there. There we go. We're definitely not going to throw any industrial down there. We do have a little bit of traffic still, although saying that, it's cleared up nicely, actually. We had some traffic issues last time. The red route is still getting quite a lot of traffic in, but we've done well at breaking that traffic up and dispersing it around the city, getting to the places that it needs to go. Whilst we're in this menu, let's just have a look. We are still exporting power, which is great. Our wind farm is doing what it needs to. This landfill is full once again, so I mean, we don't have the money to keep continuing that there. Let's is there anywhere I can't really expand it anywhere. Oh yeah, I can expand it this direction. Yeah, as soon as we get to the 800,000 or million that is required, I suppose we'll have to buy some sort of incinerator, hazardous waste collection, or garbage truck depot. Definitely don't need either of those, but it looks like, yeah, we can get up to 2,222 tons of garbage, and we can process 86 out of 100 tons a month. So we're good on processing. It's just storage of garbage, unfortunately. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to look at investing into either an incinerator or a recycling plant. And actually, let's grab the incinerator there. Industrial waste processing might be a good investment, but we'll wait on that. Big town, we're actually not too far away from getting it. It's going to give us a nice little 200k boost, actually. And that commercial, industrial, and office space demand is not going down. So I'm thinking maybe this episode will continue to expand the suburbs. There's another traffic jam here, actually. Yeah, is that just traffic from one side of the city trying to get to the other? It seems like it might be. And it's bleeding into this area here as well. Yeah, okay, there's got to be a way to solve that. I may just wait out on that solution. Let's continue developing the suburbs. So I want to take these 2-lane roads. And actually, what I want to do is kind of start by throwing a road into here. I'm going to use a few straight roads for the time being, just to mark out the sort of borders of this new suburb. Maybe we'll come into here, into there. Yeah, let's join these up like so, like that. How's that looking? That's looking pretty good. Then I think it's very important to just throw in a random direction road. Maybe that random direction road will be curved, and we'll throw in a roundabout just about there. Yeah, that's looking okay. Now let's throw that into there and into there. And do you know what I've just realized as well? I don't have my contours turned on. Just turns out I'm actually building quite well onto the contours, actually. Let's throw that into there. It kind of makes sense that this road would come down here and follow that contour, which means that this road would potentially follow on down there. And these roads don't have to join up. It's not obligatory that they do. In fact, it probably is a little bit better that there's a few dead ends. And there's our big town, by the way. And we're throwing these roads down, but we are going to hit that 880,000, I think it is, for the recycling plant. Yes, it is. We'll hit that quite soon, which will help alleviate some of our bigger rubbish problems, trash problems, if you're American. But let's get these suburbs in. Now, what we need to do is connect this up to the main straight somewhere. Now, there's multiple ways I could do that, and I think the only way will be to head up in this direction around these existing office buildings, and we'll put in a medium roundabout in there. I think that's good. We'll throw in a couple of pieces of commercial just to get some development in this area, and we'll just make it small commercial for now because it is low density. Like so. Now what I do want is I want a road or a path connecting these two areas, purely because that was a terrible piece of pathing there by me. Purely because I want pedestrians to be able to walk between the two. And I would like people to be able to move between the two in terms of driving as well. What I don't want to do is join this road to this road, because that is too close to this intersection, which is already quite busy. And yeah, it looks like our lake area is actually starting to fill out as well, which is nice. Yeah, I put these buildings on the inside. I'm not enjoying those, so I'm going to actually dezone that because they have terraformed the landscape. These ones not so much, which is great. Okay, we've got the old factory condos as well. That might be, in fact, we've got 2 luxury buildings now. So let's have a look. Epicurean Garden. What does that do? 1% attractiveness citywide and 4+ well-being within 750 meters. I think throwing that in here is going to be useful. And then we got, what's it? Did we get 2? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got the old factory condos. And I like the idea of those. What do they provide? +8 well-being within 2 kilometers. That is nice. So all of our buildings are being hit over here at the moment And I wonder if this is like our most densely populated area versus the gridded area. That would be an interesting study to find out. But maybe we throw those into here. And I think that's going to become a bit of a major interchange. So we'll throw a couple of roundabouts in there. I mean, I'm from a town in Shropshire called Telford. Well, not from there, but that's where I live at the moment. We love a roundabout. So let's get them lobbed in. I can even throw roundabouts in on the corners, but I don't need to until they become intersections. And what you would typically do, I think, at the end of a cul-de-sac is you would have some sort of roundabout type thing, like so. Yeah, that might work a little bit better. So let's see what that looks like. Anyways, this is going to be primarily a residential area. But that being said, we do have... In fact, we've got almost $1 million. Let's fix our garbage problems. We've got the recycling centre. And where can I place it for it to be able to serve the town? I think at the end of this industrial district, that might be a good thing to do. It can process 1,500 tons a month. And maybe now I can start emptying... this landfill, and we can start cleansing this area up. There's going to be a bit of ground pollution there. Oh, we've got a bit of traffic jam down here as well, it seems. Right, one thing that we do need to invest in, definitely, is parking. So let's get some parking secured. Yeah, I think these size car parks are going to be good. Like that, like that. Let's do that. Let's throw one in there. Decent amounts of parking knocking about all over the shop. This been constructed on? Yes, it has. Okay. I kind of feel bad, even though I'm improving the city. I kind of feel bad even plonking down car parks in areas where I know people have already built their homes or are in the process of building their homes. Let's plop one down there on the corner. And maybe one down there as well. It looks like we've got a little bit of zonable land here. That make it a little bit better? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully people will start using their car parks, which would be great. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. There's no parking in the industrial area. Where's everyone parking for work? Because these factories will have a lot of jobs per factory. Like this one employs 38 people. And there is currently no parking over here. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Anyways, we've got a little bit more commercial, a little bit more industrial. This industrial park, what would we call it? Yeah, I guess industrial park would be the right thing. But I'm going to create a district with that. I'm going to create that district by going all the way down here, way up here. My first ever district. Can I... Yep, there we can go. Lovely. Let's do that. That is going to be called Barrow Springs, apparently. If you've got a better name suggestion, please do leave it in the comments. I think maybe we'll just create a few districts as well. Surface area tool. No, I don't want that. Right, okay. So, I think north of this roundabout is going to be one district. I think we will move to include everything up to this car park here. And we'll include all of that. Like so. That becomes Blackwood Glen. Again, if you have better names, let me know. Because they're not the best names in the world. Let's follow it down this side of the road. Do you know what? I'm thinking that we go sort of over to this street. Do you know what? I'm including the lake there, and the lake is quite obviously a very different district. So that district boundary can go sort of behind the lake buildings and rejoin there. I think we will include these houses, but not the houses on the other side. Is there a way to get that to stop snapping to everything? Yeah, there we go. And I think we'll head over to here, over to here, over to here. Like so. Like that. The Barlow Downs. Now the lake is going to be interesting. So let's turn snapping back on for the first half of this, I suppose. Okay, it's already being fiddly. Let's do that. Yeah, it's going to be fiddly, so let's not do that. Everyone that lives around the lake. And I love how the lake became like a bit of a fixture for us in the early game, but is now being surrounded by these towering buildings. Everybody that lives on the lake is now part of the same district. We're not going to call it Cedar Mills. We will call it, let's call it Lake Salop, like that. Right in the center of the old town. And you know what? I think that'll probably do for districts at the moment. We've had to play around with them. What do we get to change with districts? So we can have energy consumption awareness, gated community, heavy traffic ban. I mean, that's probably not a bad shout, actually, because I bet a lot of the traffic is due to heavy traffic. Yeah, which could be a problem. I guess that's a good way of stopping people from using it as cut-throughs. We've got ambulance waits here. We do have... That should be fine. The bigger problem is probably death care, actually. We need 240k for another crematorium. Yeah. Actually, healthcare availability is quite low. Where doesn't have healthcare availability? I mean, we've got good coverage everywhere. We just don't have availability. We've got 109 sick or injured people. Let's get another clinic in. So it's a small medical clinic or a medical clinic. Let's go. This one has, yeah, patient capacity 25. For double, we get 100. It's the upkeep. The upkeep's double as well. Okay. So let's throw in a medical clinic right on that roundabout there. That will hopefully make people happier. Our happiness rating is not great. It's unreliable mail service. Oh, yeah, we didn't build a post office, did we? That's probably another thing that we need to build, and I believe the post office would live somewhere in the old town. Like, post offices were a big deal, especially in the UK. So let's make sure that happens. Mail rate is 37,566 a month. We're currently processing 0 because we don't have a post office. Let's go back into that and see if we're actually processing anything. We're processing 3 a month. This has storage capacity for 25,000, mailbox capacity for 200, post vans 4, so it's going to take them a while to chock through that backlog. Let's get a post office in the new city as well. And in fact, will it just fit into that little gap there? It will. That's just perfect. Look, and it even blends in with the existing car park. And I can upgrade this as well. I can have a mail storage extension, which allows it to store even more mail. So, yeah, maybe we just focus on things that are causing us unhappiness. Our unreliable internet service, we need to start thinking about that as well. So we've got radio towers. We do not have the telecom towers for media broadcasts and stuff. As somebody that used to be in telecoms, I can vouch for how important that might be. I am seeing low-density residential making a bit of a resurgence on our demand, so I'm just going to touch in a few of these areas because I want this to be a residential area. We've built all the infrastructure that we need. So let's get this cul-de-sacs sorted with some homes. There we go. Now we've also got some medium density. Or high density. Is it not high density? No, it's definitely medium density. So let's chuck in some mixed housing here, 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 and here. That'll take down both the medium and the commercial. We still have more commercial demand. So let's chuck in some shops on the end of that road. Is there any little parts of commercial that we can throw in? We can. On the side of these roundabouts. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but we were going to find out. And there's a little bit of office demand as well, so I don't think there is a huge issue with us throwing some offices down. I know we're still getting a lot of industrial demand, and I promise we will fix that shortly. We've got some serious traffic issues, collisions and crashes happening in the city. So yeah, hopefully we can fix that. What was I thinking when I made this big long grid here? Did I have a plan? Somebody tell me if I had a plan. I've clearly forgotten it. What I want to do is continue this one up like that and continue the grid system down. But we're going downhill, so the zoning's going to be a bit funny there, which is, it's fine. We're going to add some character. Again, we've got some medium density housing demand. We can fill that in immediately, and we've got some commercial demand as well. Now, we've got quite a bit of commercial actually up in this area. Might throw in a couple of pieces just down there. That will sate that demand a little bit, but look at this. We've got a nice new area. Garbage collection is piling up. We're going to get that notification a couple of times. Our processing speed and all that jazz is happening at our recycling center, and our landfill is, well, should be slowly emptying. We are starting to empty the landfill. So is that number going down? 2033. I wonder how quickly that goes down. Waste recycling unit. Process the incoming waste recycle where it's possible to lower the ground pollution and reduces the landfill site. Oh, sorry, produced by the landfill site. Okay. Cool, cool. Right, well, we may very well be in a position where we can go into development now and we can start thinking about the telecoms towers, because that's one of the things that's making people unhappy. So we've got unreliable mail services -10, lack of entertainment is -4. How do I get entertainment? Is that going to be parks? Outdoor recreation? Yeah, I believe it is. And what are these? Right, okay, so hopefully we can fix some of these problems with some playgrounds. We've got a ring park here. And what I want to do is use the parks to fill in spaces that are either currently not being used or quite difficult to use. So that's a small plaza. A campsite. Ooh, that would be nice around a rural area, right? So you want to go camp on the farms, drive through all the farms. Farmers love that when city folks drive through and come and camp in their back garden. They absolutely love it. Rich people cannot get enough of that. So let's do that. We do have the telecom towers activated now. Well, available. Ooh, and one tower is going to serve the entirety of our city. So I think that's an easy win. What does it offer? A little bit of medium noise pollution. That's okay. I think, yeah, chucking it there is probably not a bad idea. Okay, and we can actually see our happiness is going up. That's good. Lack of entertainment still -3. Unreliable mails going down. High noise pollution and unreliable healthcare coverage is not good. And unreliable internet service. Okay, that has just changed. So happiness is increasing. Let's continue to throw down some parks. Tiny city park. That's probably a really good way to use up some space that isn't currently being used. In fact, we've got a little plot here. Is there a better park I can throw in there? It's a city plaza. There's a small playground. Tiny city park. Camp. Nope, we've done that one. Right, okay. Large parks are no longer, well, not no longer available, just not available at the moment. Let's throw in the city plaza there. And then maybe we can throw in some tiny city parks somewhere. I think the problem I've got with tiny city parks is they don't really use up the correct amount of space. Let's try and just eat up some of these areas where we can. I don't really like the idea of knocking down a building to build a park, but I suppose needs must. Right, so our park situation is slowly being helped. Got a small playground here. That can be thrown on there. That's great. And then you got this entire area down here that isn't being utilized. Well, sorry, it's not being utilized. It just doesn't have any recreation. You can throw a small park in there. Let's throw a small park at the end of that street. Let's throw a small park at the end of that street. And I've accidentally placed that in the wrong place. So let's relocate it. There we go. Do you know what? I might double up there, actually. I don't have like a longer park. Yeah, there we go. Tiny city park. 2 parks side by side. Yeah, that's lovely. That'll do. That'll definitely do. Let's have a look at our park situation. So it's actually good down here. It's all right in the city. We can get another small playground, but why would we? Let's get a dog park, because dogs are my best friend, at least, if not man's best friend. So the dog park there. Still quite red over here. Trying to see if that updates over time. I don't think it does. Anyways, the lake should be a very easy place to improve the quality of the recreation. Got a small playground. There we go. That's looking pretty good. There's no parks around this area. Again, dog park might be the solution there. We got a lot of free space. And you know what? We could even throw in some parking, I think. Decent sized car park there. Right next to the park. I mean, the car park is bigger than the park, which is pretty cool. And yeah, let's see how we're doing now. Traffic is -1, high noise pollution. I mean, entertainment is done. Walking distance for elementary school, spacious homes. Yeah, everything's going okay. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about the death collection. We don't have the money at the moment for either a cemetery or a crematorium. We'd obviously prefer a crematorium. In fact, where is our current crematorium? That is healthcare. Where's our death care? Here it is. Right, okay, so can I upgrade you? I can. I can get another hearse garage. Okay, where can I put it? I can't actually... Okay, I can add it. I'm going to get rid of a little bit of... What's it called? Commercial development there. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And we do have some more low-density demand, which we can absolutely fill up this new neighborhood with, which is great. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that is going well. That is going well indeed. In fact, was that a little bit of unzoned land there? It was. Cool. Right, so that is that. We've also got some demand for some medium density homes, and we have medium density row homes, which I just think they look fantastic. They really add to a city's aesthetic, especially when they're built in decent sized rows. So let's throw those in there. Now we also have a smidge, I do mean a smidge, of commercial demand. So let's throw that in there. That should help things. It's not taking anything off of our industrial demand, and we do have a massive traffic influx problem again, which I'm guessing is because of our constant development and people moving in. We're now at 23,000 people. We do have the ability to get a bus depot, but the first thing we're going to fix is our death care services by getting another what's it called, crematorium over in this direction. So look, I think that is a pretty decent place to leave things. But that being said, this absolutely deserves to be a district in its own right. This little district that we've just created just now. So let's bring that over there. Let's encompass this building that I can't actually remember what it is, but it is cool. So let's do that. There we are. Do really like this game. Having a great time playing it. I know I'm not building the most beautiful city in the world. Let's encompass that little bit of commercial there as well. There we go. Emerson Glen. That's pretty cool. So yeah, now we've got a few different places in our city. We've got decent demand going up. We've got telecoms. Our populace is increasing in happiness, which is even better. The only problem we've got at the moment is noise pollution. And how much noise pollution are we getting? Actually, quite a lot, actually, if we're looking at the town. If you want to live somewhere quiet, you've got to live over here. Everywhere else, yeah, it's quite noisy, which is a bit of a shame. In terms of park coverage, we've done a decent job. We're not going to get any more until we progress to a grand village, which is... Well, how far away is that? Is it quite far? Did I read that right? Is it grand village or grand city? Oh, no, maybe it's a thing I need to unlock, isn't it? It probably is. If I go into development... Yeah, it is. Park maintenance, large parks, and sports parks. And large sports parks, that makes sense. I don't really want large sports parks, but that gives us the opportunity to have a look at... Right, okay, we've got large playgrounds, we've got multi-purpose parks. What goes on in the multi-purpose park? This park has a feature for all outdoors enthusiasts, a stage for park concerts, a skate park, and a welcoming park cafe for under the canopies. And then we've got some sports parks as well, like tennis courts, outdoor gyms, skate parks, and basketball. No football, though. We've got large stadiums like soccer fields. Okay, that's exactly what we want. An American football field and a community pool, and then tourist attractions as well, like a water park, a bronze statue, and the observation tower. Then naturally we've got the landmarks too, which is, yeah, a few of them seem historical. Notre Dame, and, oh yeah, that's the only one I actually know from history. Don't know if that's a real thing. Oh yeah, it is. It says in Finland. The National Gallery of Art, established in 1937 in Washington, D.C. Okay, I've never been there. Notre Dame, obviously. Namdaenim. It's a South Korean monument. And literally never seen that, but it looks very cool. Maybe tourism will be a thing for our city, but I'm waffling now, and we have almost full demand across all of our things, which means the next episode is going to be a very interesting one. Now, while I chuck down the crematorium and wrap things up, I want to say a very, very big thank you to everybody, and I do genuinely mean everybody, that has engaged with the channel in any way, shape or form over the last 4 and a bit months. If you are new here, welcome. But this is the bit where I thank everybody that isn't new here. I'm just looking for somewhere good to put this crematorium, and you know what? That would have been a great place. I'm really bad at space management in this game, which I know is not it should not be a claim to fame in any way, shape or form. Do you know what? Chucking it on there wouldn't be terrible. There we go. Yeah, that would be fine. That will be fine. But look, no, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it massively. I am blown away by your generosity with your time and attention, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, popping up on your screen now should be some other videos that I hope you find interesting. Please do check them out. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next episode.